Pokkén Tournament DX for the Nintendo Switch system. It is a blessing that this game exists, in my humble, correct opinion. But it's a shame that this shining game featuring one of the most diverse cast of characters in fighting games gets slept on. Or at least when actually playing the game consistently, because people sure do want a Pokken too. As a brief overview of what Pokken is, it's a fighting game that first came out on the Wii U before being ported to the Nintendo Switch, featuring 23 Pokemon from the lovable eponymous series. Also, yes, 23 is a good amount for a first fighting game. Fight me. Pokken was praised for fun gameplay and bringing the world of Pokemon to life with the ability to not stand in place when battling. Some issues were had, such as the phase shift mechanics, but not enough to where the game didn't sell well. This brings us to the first point I'd like to talk about, as it's a misconception I've noticed from time to time. Pokken will occasionally be said to not have sold too well, and I don't know if that's from assumptions because this game isn't talked about too much, or 1 million just isn't a huge number to most nowadays. Sure, Pokemon is the ultimate overlord of marketing and profits, but Pokken? It was a brand new spin-off game of a more niche genre. With that in mind, selling over 1 million copies for both versions is respectable. It's very common for most Pokemon spin-off games to be sold 1 to 2 million times over, and those get sequels, though I guess there's the recent drought of Ranger, Conquest, Mystery Dungeon, Rumble, Pokebark. Point being, Pokken has sold comparatively well to other spin-offs. They're not mainline game sales, but it does feel like people forget just how much 1 million is. DX's listed sales in particular are from early on of its release, March of 2018, way before the free trial period, way before the sale that attracted many new people, and way before the 2018 World Championships, where spectators really got to see some good-ass Pokken. And I may have been a part of the latter, so it's really special to me, smile. For all we know, Pokken DX in particular could be well over 2 million copies sold, and that's not even counting the Wii U version, which definitely does make it over 2 million copies. These points were to decisively prove that Pokken wasn't a failure and warrants a sequel, and the dedicated seed even throughout the COVID-19 pandemic demonstrates this further. As of the time of this video, Frosty Fausting's 2022 was a stacked tournament of 62 players, high for a niche series such as ourselves, with many newcomers coming out that weekend. I have discussed thus far about how Pokken's reception was welcome amongst a sea of Pokemon spin-offs. So, about that demand. Can't have a sequel if no one wants it, right? Whether it's for wanting improvements of game mechanics, more Pokemon since there's like 900 of these things now, or having active interest in the competitive scene, demand is surprisingly high for the series. So high, in fact, that Mr. Harada, producer and man of Tekken fame, has gone on record stating that he would love to work on a sequel, but that's all on the Pokemon Company's part to signal the go. Based on Pokemon Unite reusing some of Pokken's animations for Pokemon shared between the two games and featuring Mr. Hoshino, the other legendary producer of Pokken, it's looking like the Pokemon Company was pleased with their work. And heck, Bandai themselves have been tasked with the revival of the Pokemon Snap series, another positively received game. Mr. Hoshino and Bandai may have split after Pokken, but the likelihood that they'd help develop a Pokken Tournament 2 is sky high. Maybe the question isn't will Pokken get a sequel, but when will it? Pokken is still given some support to this day by being part of the Pokemon Company's Championship series. For those not in the know, this series involves popular Pokemon media for competitive tournaments, such as the mainline games, TCG, most recently Pokemon Unite, and Pokemon Go that one time. This is big for Pokemon fans. This is big for Pokken fans. And probably Pokemon fans. It's still in the eye of the one company who can greenlight a sequel. Everything has fallen into place. The world is quaking, and only one game may solve the problems of life and death. Will this Pokken the Second occur sooner rather than later? I have absolutely no idea. Literally everything is going right for Pokken 2 to be created. Good sales, dedicated fans, interest from the developers and producers themselves, but it's just like Mr. Harada stated. It's not what we decide, it's what they decide. Pokemon Snap took 20 years before its sequel was released, and other spin-off games that originally had sequels have also been on the back burner. Who knows if Pokken being a fighting game would grant it the ability to get a sequel quicker based on factoring in a competitive scene. If there is one thing I would ask of all of you, it's to be vocal about a Pokken sequel if you really want it. Whether it's the 1v1 standard Pokken 2 or a tag team sequel like some Tekken games, this game is astounding and has formed a powerful community. The community will, of course, never die. But I know that a sequel, or even simply more DLC, would spark new interest from old and new players alike. And while rumors have surfaced this year of Pokkén Tournament 2, the leaker is very uncredible, as they have spread Pokken misinformation before. I guess it's still nice to have attention like that. Pokken will still thrive without a second game, but dang, it'd be great if it got one. Thanks for watching. Make sure to support this wonderful game till the heat death of the universe, or Cascan may smite you from this plane of existence. But let me know in the comments what you'd look forward to in a Pokken 2, and what Pokemon you'd be interested in seeing join the roster. Farewell!